This is a continuation of using the grid within my own collectibles. You saw a quick report on how to basically design your grid by showing and hiding columns. Then you could take columns and move them in any order. Now keep in mind this does not affect the main application window layout. If I move title of game to the very end, it would still be in position 1 on the main form. So when you're in the grid and you're dragging columns and you're moving them around, it does not actually affect the overall positioning. It's basically just used for the grid itself and for reporting purposes. So that being said, let me go ahead and I'm going to actually hide the subtitle. So I have a few short fields here, and what I'm going to do now is I want to export this report to CSV. And by doing that, I can then import the data into other applications or use this data actually within a program such as Excel from Microsoft. So what I'm going to do is click Export to CSV. Now we have hidden columns, and it asks, do I want to export the hidden columns as well? Well, I created this layout to export only these columns, so I'm going to say no. I do not want to export the hidden columns. However, this is a great feature in that you can export every single column within the application so that you can have a huge CSV file if you wanted to. I'm going to click no. It's going to ask for a location, and now it says that your data has been successfully exported to CSV format, and it was that simple. Then you can now take that CSV file and open it and use it within other applications. Let's see, one thing I did not show in the first tutorial, I showed you that you could sort and move columns. You can also widen columns as well. So let me widen this enough. As you widen the columns, the row height basically will be smaller, as you can tell here. So if I move this back over, the row height is larger because it does wrap the text. So if I continue to drag it out, then basically it will make it the perfect size. Now, the wonderful thing about using the grid, let me go ahead and sort here by author and designer. Now keep in mind that the first one is blank and that Anthony E. Pratt is the second one in the list. That's important because what I'm going to show you is that the grid settings are automatically saved, and that includes the order, that includes the width of the columns, the column orders themselves. Everything is saved exactly as is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the main form, and we'll go back to the grid, and let's just pretend this is a week later. I'm opening the grid again. Let me resize and bring it back in here, and as you can tell, it is in the same layout that it was the last time. Now obviously if you added items, then it would still sort on the author/designer. So it would show more items if you added more, or if you deleted items it would show less items, but the bottom line is that the layout will be retained each time you close the grid. So that's also a very cool feature because you don't want to have to come in every time and choose which columns to show and hide and put them in order and resize fields. You want the program to be smart enough to remember the settings where it left off. And that is a quick overview of using the powerful functions of the grid within my own collectibles.